Hello everybody, it's me, Juniper Blue Mystique. I'm coming on today with a message, a little bit of guidance on how to tune into the energies right now. So instead of like a movement healing, I'm just going to kind of describe it to you guys because it's on an individual level for this one. But my name is Juniper Blue Mystique. I am your Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. And I'm coming on today with a little bit of tidbit, tuning into what we can do for the energies of the Ascension right now, which are absolutely going along with the rays of the sun right now. The sun is of focus, which is why I did the Hertz music of focus. And kind of what the workshop that I'm doing is going to also deal with. So I'll be doing something else with the sun and with the earth today. I moved my workshop till today at 4:44. For those of you who don't know that, that is the case for my monthly healing workshop. And this one we will be doing something with the sun. Okay, and so what I have been doing, in fact, is taking my self-care routine to the next level. Self-love. Like, I gave myself the best foot massage yesterday after soaking my feet with Epsom salt and just detoxing my body from any toxins and substances that aren't like higher vibrational, right? I drink coffee every day still, and so I went and I got celery juice and carrots for carrot juice, and just focusing on the aspect of health, how to better rejuvenate the soul. And that's what the sun is calling upon right now. It's where are we lacking in self-care? Where are we lacking in self-love? Where are we lacking in understanding ourselves and understanding why we do the things we do and understanding what it is we need and what we may be having lack thereof, right? Very important right now. So those are coming through in the energy. So for this week's kind of energetic movement cleanse, the thing that you need to do as often as you possibly can is to be able to sit with the sun. Allow the sun to touch your skin. Allow yourself to feel the sun, the rays of the sun, even if it's just for 5 minutes. If you can do 10, great. To really sit there and allow the sun to burn off any energies that are not of your highest and best, and to permeate your being and your vessel into a higher vibrational cleanse. Okay? I'm going to do a little light language though for those who are doing my workshop tonight. We're going to already start opening up to the higher frequencies of the sun. These are 7D rays. 7D rays can be quite intense. We weren't even meant to go into 7D, so some won't be able to handle them as well. Okay? Some people can feel like literally like I'm dying, right? It can feel quite intense. So just keep that in mind, and some people just aren't going to be able to handle it, like at all. It is what it is. These are very powerful energy, and it is meant to cleanse. It's meant to purge. It's meant to cleanse things. And so the DNA activations that humankind must access in order to ascend, we've got to access that. What does that mean? It straight up means that there are parts of ourselves that were dormant that must be activated as we rise into higher vibrations. That's what they talk about, DNA activations. It is DNA already within our system, and it must be cleansed. We must cleanse enough to activate that DNA within our system in order to ascend. How do we do that? We've got to heal, we've got to heal, we've got to heal, we've got to heal the collective shadow, our individual shadow. Every time we heal, we rise in vibration. Every time we release, we rise in vibration. And you need to replace those releasings with higher light, with the sun. And the only way to receive is to be able to tune in and to do the work. Okay, just being here and simply going da 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 da, I get to ascend, does not necessarily mean you're receiving what you need to receive. Okay, I remember Spirit telling me that before. It's like you've got to do the action, you've got to do the work in order to receive. And that's the way it works. What does that mean? I got to meditate, I got to get out of my head, I've got to calm my body and raise my vibration. When we raise our vibration, things cannot survive that are of the lower vibrational state. okay? You will kind of force your body into healing. And that's truly what it's about. So if you want to receive these activations that are currently housing the earth, they are currently bombarding the earth energetically, and there's more to come. Spirit is telling me within the next week or two, these are high frequency energies. The more that we do this, the more we focus on our self-care, the more we release and receive, the higher the vibration of the planet becomes, the better our world around us becomes, the easier it is to co-create with spirit, okay? It's when we take a step back and we don't want to release because it hurts, we don't want to feel things, we become complacent with it, that we're not receiving, we're not receptive. Our world can become clunky, right? Things can happen that we don't necessarily want to happen. And so right now, the best thing to do is get out in the sun, feel the sun on your skin, and breathe in the light and exhale any things that you can within the sun, okay? So if any thoughts come up from the past, you need to breathe them through. Shine love into them. Shine light into them. Allow the sun to cleanse you. Allow the sun to cleanse you, because essentially what it has right now is powerful activations for mankind. We have changed it so much, rotated the sun so much, and it is beaming down light for a reason. And they're very powerful DNA activations for the collective whole right now. But again, in order to receive them, you must release into them. You must release, and then you must calm the mind and be in stillness in order to receive them. Or do healings, right? Those that do healings with people like me are constantly on that path of cleansing and receiving. They get access to them much easier. But if you're doing it on your own, you need to make sure you're diligent with it, okay? Because I did, right? I absolutely have to do that myself. It's not just like, oh, duh, it's there no matter what I'm doing. If I'm not focusing on it, if I'm not in a spiritual practice, I miss those things as well. That's why Spirit talks about repetition, right? Get in that spiritual practice, that spiritual flow, where every day you're meditating. Every day you're taking that time to meditate, that time to breathe, that time to release, that time to cleanse, and that time to really truly nurture yourself and love yourself. Even if that means you spend a day laughing, or you soak your feet in Epsom salt and just really give yourself a nice good foot massage, or get your nails done, or whatever that means for you, right? Of course, I go into female stuff. I don't know who you are or what you enjoy and what feels nurturing to you. But it truly is about nurturing our soul. It truly is about releasing what we need to release and calming our mind to receive what we need to receive. That's the spiritual flow. All right? And so if you're not in that, if you're not actively doing that all the time, chances are you've got it building up for you, okay? And it can feel clunky when that happens. Our body will speak to you in many ways. You can get sick, you can get anxiety, those kinds of things. So pay attention to that. Take time to bask in the sun, okay? Now I'm going to do a little bit of a light language and opening for those that are doing my workshop today. We're going to be doing something with the sun and with the earth. I'm going to be activating more layers of the earth with the sun. And a little bit of a rotation is in play, they're saying. And then a major cleanse for the twin flames. And there's just so much going on, okay? And so this is just a little preparation, but it's also for everybody too, even if you're not doing the workshop. It will just help you open up further to the rays of the sun, okay? So I call on the Creator, already did, but surrounding me with the highest light in, highest light out, and all of the angels. Allow what needs to come through me to connect them to the highest frequencies, to open their energy up to 7D frequencies, and this will cause you to get rid of muck. So no matter how deep your layers are, that's when we feel the worst, right? Hui ki o yua ki kwaya kata du ya bako ayai kati kata kata pua hua katai oi kato ko ai kata bui kata ya te ko bui katai ko kato the bo katai kato the sun comes through penetrating new. From the old, we are cleansed. Oh yeah, but you could do kupo kataya, you go and kupo katia, oyo kupo kataya katim, taking the sun and reaching deep into the layers of the earth. But yeah, you could do it, you go kupo kata. We will be further expanding the earth tonight as well. But yeah, I could I will be taking the layers of the sun into the layers of the earth. Deep penetration of the layers of the sun into the layers of the earth. And I will be matching the DNA. So basically, it's like the DNA of the sun will be communicating with the DNA of the earth, and they will be becoming intertwined. So essentially, the sun has changed so much, and so is the earth, that they now will like learn each other's blueprint all over again. They almost like energetically imprint on another. That will be occurring tonight, but we will be expanding the layers of the earth with the light and the rays of the sun. And I will be taking DNA activations through the earth. And so this is what they're talking about, okay? For humankind, you need to be able to access these and to integrate these, and so it will be done slowly, one by one, by those that are willing to receive them, but this is crucial for ascension. Like, you must do these. And so if you're ascending, you will be kind of nudged to always do these. You will be nudged to what needs to be released. It will just happen. And then, Spirit has a way of kind of forcing us into positions we need to be in order to receive what we need to receive. So, for instance, we used to go through like trauma in order to tune inwards, those kinds of things. So the world has a funny way of making you look at things in a new perspective. So that's really what's going to be happening for everybody going forward over this entirety of this next year, is just people going, boom, new perspective, right? Your world will be shaken to where you're looking where you need to look, and that's going to be a continual process. I'm going to finish this up really quick. So just kind of tune into the ground as I do these light codes, and I will begin bringing the sun through into your body if you're wishing to receive, especially those who are doing my workshop tonight. This is crucial. So comment below when you've received it so that I know you have, because if you don't, you're going to need to before the workshop tonight. So I'm pulling the sunlight down through the core and up into the connections of those that need to receive this. So it's going into your cellular structure to expand it. So we're literally expanding as human beings as well. And it can be painful, so just be mindful of that. Use the rays of the sun to feel the warmth and the healing and the release. So as I did that, I can see kind of like the cellular structure becoming pixelated a little bit. So I can't reiterate enough how important this one is. Whether you're doing the workshop or not, it can be very important to do, but especially those that are going to be doing the workshop with me tonight, because it's going to prep you to receive these large influxes of energy for your body to be able to understand what's going on, okay? So there's that, and I'm going to see what Spirit has to say for the collective whole. This is an important message for everyone. My throat, sorry. Okay, so they want me to release something. They want me to release a connection. So within the collective whole, it's like this really steadfast energy of I'm not letting go. We don't want to let go of things sometimes. We don't like change. And so we hold on for dear life. And that's that like transmuting pain, right? If we hold on to what no longer serves us, when we try to hold on to things that hurt us, it can hurt us even more. So deep within the collective whole and on an individual level, I am going to be undoing the ties that bind us right now. I will be drawing in a light and undoing the ties that bind us in a very negative way amongst the collective whole. It's almost like a deep, dark strand of energy that just kind of ties us down. It's a fear of letting go. So I'm undoing the fear of letting go within the collective whole right now. So really what I'm saying is I am undoing the ties that bind you. Wait. So I did see like this dark cord going up into some of you, and it was like this deep layers of this fear and ego and just things really trying to hold you as part of that collective shadow. Having a hold on you and just not wanting to let go. It's almost like I don't have the strength to let go. I'm too afraid. It creates this fear and it makes us too afraid to let go. But you're being let go of now from this dark energy. And I see like the phoenix rising. So that's also happening for the earth at this time. It is like being reborn. And it must die first to be reborn. All right. So there you go. That was part of this week's healing energy cleanse, tuning into seeing what we need. I will also be doing a simple workshop every month now. The price will never change on this one, and it is in order to make sure we are cleansed and balanced and open and moving and flow. This is like the way it is. Think of it like going to the doctor and just making sure you're doing a checkup, making sure everything's all right, making sure everything's still flowing. It's kind of one of those things. It's in order to weigh and stay in balance, maximum abundant flow, aligned, cleansed, and just releasing what we need to release, those kinds of things. Okay, so I'm going to see what the cards have to say now. I will be doing my workshop. This is the monthly tonight at 4:44. If you wish to join, you still can. Absolutely. It is a monthly membership, but no matter when you pay, that is when it will dock out every month. So it's not on the first only. So if you join today, that's when it will dock out every month. So just keep that in mind. But you're welcome to join us if you choose to. My monthlies have a very special monthly email, the VIP access that I do every week actually now. They get coupons, they get a discount code to all workshops and things, and they get special individual kind of energy tune-in and messages weekly as well. So monthly membership definitely has its perks, and they get major healings for the ascension. That's just what we do. Yeah, so big cleansing, big healing tonight. Keep that in mind. It's coming, it's coming. So I see me doing it with the sun. I will be taking the sun through the layers of the earth and just really cleansing. It's like a purge and a DNA activation on a different level, like on a deeper, deeper, deeper level. It's like totally anchoring us into 7D. And that's kind of how they're showing it to me. So I've pulled Lemuria. Ooh, yep, okay. Deep healing. So we have healing here. Deep healing. Okay. This is a deep healing. That's kind of what I'll be doing with the sun, with the earth. It's taken it to another level of healing, and that's what they're talking about. That's why part of the message is to up your game of self-love, self-compassion, self-care. Right? And when I did that last night, it was so comforting. I was just like, oh, like I quit everything. Like I was just so relaxed. It carried over into this morning. It feels so good, and I just really love myself. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to dump all of the past, dump everything that happened with the twin flames, you know, just completely release that. And then as I'm doing that, I'm taking it up a level into self-love, right? Like, where have I missed self-love? Where can I improve on my self-love kind of things? And that should be the focus in a big way right now. Not focusing on fear, but focusing on upping our game with self-care. Okay, healing. Deep layers of healing is coming out right now. For you, for the individual, and for the collective whole. And it's going to be even deeper with the sun going into the earth, okay? Like jarring, in a very jarring way. And it's about stepping through. Stepping through our fears, stepping through what halts you, stepping through our mind, and into the light of the divine, stepping through into spirituality, stepping through into deeper connections with understanding spirit, with communicating with spirit, stepping through into a whole nother level. Okay? That's what it's about. It's stepping through into a whole nother level. And I did this yesterday too. It's like I'm changing things. I'm doing things a little differently now. I'm stepping through to the other side, right? Stepping through to the other side of time. Stepping through to the other side of doubt and fear. What is the opposite of fear and doubt? It's security. It's just not thinking. It's feeling like you have the freedom to do things and you know it's going to be just fine. Okay, healing into stepping through. And that's what I've been talking about with the sun. That's what's happening right now. That's what we have to do to ascend. It's not a joke. We have to heal, and we have to receive those light codes, or you won't be able to ascend so easy. It's going to be like spirit knocking you around until you can do so. Okay? So you're going to feel it. If it's time for you, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel like you get, like, things are just falling apart, like you're not feeling well. Things are going to happen to get you to pay attention, okay, to get you to go within, to get you to heal, to get you to tune into those rays of the sun, to tune into the higher frequencies that are around you. Okay, it's like coming through that lotus flower, right, which it's growing out of the murky water and being cleansed, being cured from the darkness this earth once was. And that's straight up what it's about right now. Trusting our innocence. It's bringing us back to the innocence of who we are, you guys, as a species, right? As a species, as the magnificent beings that we are. It's about trusting that innocence, trusting that there's a greater purpose here. Trusting that there's always more than meets the eye. Trusting that our mind is limited, but energy is all expansive. Okay? Trust your innocence, but this is coming back to the innocence of who we are. We are releasing deep layers of that control and that binding that kept us low. So it's really truly about raising your vibration, upping that level of self-care and being open to receiving these light codes. They're massive and they're coming in waves. But we don't just receive. If you're not meditating every day, if you're not doing the work, you aren't receiving them yet. Okay, does that mean they won't wait for you? No, but you can feel bogged up until you get it. Okay. Stay in the flow, stay in the balance, stay in the repetitive constructs of connecting to spirit and meditating and calming the mind and going within, and that's how we receive. And that's truly what it's about right now. Okay, truly what it's about right now. The Hertz music I did, the rays of the sun, the workshop I'm doing today, all relative. Okay, it's about destruction. It's about the darkness completely being undone. It's about losing the stronghold of it that it has on the collective whole. It's almost like this fear of letting it go. We're afraid to let the darkness go because it's all we've ever known. We're afraid to let the tears go because it's all we've ever known, right? Like when we lose a loved one, if I heal this, I'm letting them go. No. That's not true. You'll never forget about them. It just won't be so painful when you think of them anymore, right? Kind of a thing. All right. So let's see what the cards have to say. Workshop is today at 4:44. Yeah. Like I did, I rearranged my office. I'm like super cleansing and super just loving myself big time and just trying to tell myself, how amazing I am and what I've gone through and I see it and I feel it and I know it and I know what it took me to get there and I deserve some self-love now and self-care and just basking in the glory of who I am. Letting go of the past means I must love myself into the now, okay? And that's for everybody, right? All right, Spirit, what else do we need to see? I grabbed my Shaman Oracle. I gotta cleanse it a little, knock some energy off. All right, show us what we need to see, please. Show us what we need to see. You make me feel like dancing. I want to dance the night away. So that song's coming up. But when I sing that song, I'm literally saying I'm shaking off that past, shaking off the darkness, shaking off the past, shaking it off, but dancing into a higher vibration. So he's not just shaking it off, right? He's like literally changing the tone, changing the vibe, changing into a higher frequency, happiness, love, joy, and dancing away anything that is not that. Literally shaking it off of the vessel. All right. And use the sun to do it. Okay? Use the sun to do it. Use the sun to burn away the dark. Use the sun to burn away the shadow. Use the sun to activate your DNA. That's literally what it's there for. And if you can't do it with people like me, because that's a surefire way, keep going, keep tuning in, keep doing it, keep releasing, keep receiving. All right, Spirit, what do we need to see here? Woo. Don't fly in. Ain't no woman like the one I've got. Oh, dun. Stay away from the feelings of it's replaceable, because they're not. Enjoy the way the earth looks, because she will be changing every day. Things aren't replaceable. Life is not just simply replaceable. Love is not replaceable. It's healable. Okay, so tune out of that energy. Things are not always just replaceable. And they make us feel like that within the matrix, right? Like our jobs, things like that. We're just a number. We're replaceable, but in truth we're not. And so that's also rising in the collective whole is something we need to focus on and eliminate and heal from, because we're not replaceable beings. Ooh, okay, got those. Let me make sure I find, sometimes they fall and like hide away, and then later I'm like, oh, I didn't see that one, shit. Okay. Oh. Now, this is interesting. We have fallen angel, spiritual narcolepsy. I used to pull that a lot with my twin flame with the fallen angel. Repairing the veil and forgiveness. Now, this makes sense to what I've been telling you guys, okay? To what I've been processing, what I've been going through. Is I went through hell. I went through hell on my twin flame journey for the ascension, and it was through the fallen angel. And so we are healing the damage done by the fallen angel. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm trying to heal the damage done by the fallen angel in my own reality, in the twin flame journey, and in the collective whole. And forgiveness. It's forgiving the damage that was done by the fallen angel. And that's exactly what they're saying. Every time I pull that card, I'm like, ugh! But no, this is truly about forgiving the damage that was done by the fallen angel. Okay, forgiving the damage that was done by the fallen angel, and with the DMs and the collective whole and just everybody, right? Just really truly forgiving the damage that was done. And that's what it means a lot to me, because I've been really struggling with that, with what happened with me, with what I went through, with the mishaps on my own spiritual journey, on where I should be now, on the damage that was done to the collective whole, and to not try to carry that over into my twin flame now. Like, that's a really big deal. And I notice I'm doing that. I'm like, where is he? This is the same kind of a game. We're never going to unite. It's the same old thing. And then that's kind of what's in the air. It's like really about repairing the damage that was done by the fallen angel. Okay? And so tonight we're going to even do that more. We're going to work on forgiveness. I think my next guided meditation might be a Ho'oponopono prayer for us through our chakra system. So that is probably a really good thing I will be doing here shortly, within the next few days or so. Maybe next Monday for my energy healing release, I'll do a guided meditation of the Ho'oponopono prayer for everybody through the chakra system, through each layer, into the twin flames, that kind of stuff. Actually, that's a really good idea. Okay. So I'm just going to work on that. I'm going to continue forgiving. I'm going to continue healing. We're going to continue repairing what was damaged. That way I can move on and let it go. And that's truly what it's about. And even when I say that, I'm like, yep, there's still some wounds there. And as long as the fallen angel isn't back, I'm like, no, fallen angel. No. Can we clarify that, please? Just one more clarification on the fallen angel card. Why is the fallen angel card coming up here? Please extra clarify for me. Yeah, repairing the damage done. That's what I'm hearing. They are gone. It's about repairing the damage done, because it was big damage done. Lots of damage was done. Okay. Absolutely. So this is what flew out when I asked for clarifying the fallen angel card. Stranger curiosity, right? Letting us know. This talks about not putting different energies into different people. So stranger curiosity really talks about opening up to differences, opening up to things that may not be the same, opening up into maybe accepting that my soulmate might not be somebody I expect, kind of a thing, right? That's part of it. And it's truly also about opening up to differences, right? Like, so don't bring the past forward in expectations. Okay, and that's really hard, especially with the twin flames. It's like, I already have this, it's just this feeling, I get triggered, and it's going to be the same old, here we are again. It's like a nightmare I can't get out of. Really is, because I went through hell. I can't reiterate that enough. I literally went through hell to survive that, and it did damage with the love, and I don't want to carry that forward on my twin flame. I talk about that a lot. And I see myself doing it sometimes. I'm like, oh, I want my DM light back. This is the same old stuff. Can't we just be done with this? It's never going to happen. So all that has to be healed so we don't bring the past forward. And that's what they're talking about. Loving the disowned self. Loving parts of ourself we don't want to see, that we want to forget. Allowing them to surface and root into the reality of who we are. Right? Really root into that child. Really root into that parts of ourselves that we're afraid of. or the things that happened that we were afraid of. Root in, forgive them, shine love into them so we can open up to the newness and not bring the past forward. Okay. Woodwives, adaptability. Being adaptable to the fact that maybe things didn't happen the way we expected them to. Maybe things didn't happen the way we thought they should have, the way we hoped for. And they're pointing at me big time too here with that fallen angel. Things didn't happen the way they should have. They did not. I didn't receive the love. I didn't receive all these things. And they're reminding me that that was the fallen angel. That was the darkness. That was not the DM. That was not love. And so it's truly diving deep into that and healing everything that was damaged. And being adaptable to the fact that maybe I'm not where I should have been, but right now I'm where I need to be. And we can change things for the better. We can still rise. We can still grow. We can be adaptable to those changes and be more magnificent than ever before. And that is the message coming through here quite clearly. Okay? Joyful muse, inspiration, right? Healing the darkness that was there. Healing all of the damage that was done. Healing all the pain that was put on from the darkness onto the DM, onto the DF. Forgiving it. Repairing that veil, being adaptable. Things aren't what they needed to be, but I can make them what I need them to be now. Being open to not bringing the past forward into the now, allowing it to be new and different and not what expected. Very important here. And in that comes new inspirations. In that comes new inspirations to do things maybe differently, that we maybe wouldn't have done the first time through, and that's okay because it's where we are now. So we're going to be adaptable to those differences. We're going to root parts of ourselves that we wish didn't happen, and we're going to accept them for how they happened, the way they happened, and shine so much love into them. Be adaptable to those changes and find our new inspiration in our new world. And rising above the fray. Eye of the eagle, seeing what we need to focus on and rising above the fray. Let the healing begin, my friends. Let the newness begin, my friends. And for those who are going to join me tonight, it's going to be powerful. Get ready to move the earth even in more layers. Bring more light of the sun in order to activate the collective whole even further. But it can be jarring. So just open up that energy. Accept those light languages I gave today. And I will see you guys later. So much love to all of you. This was a very powerful and a very important message for me too. Until next time. So much freaking love is coming your way. I freaking love all of you. Hasta la vista.